Hello, welcome to the HK Holden Development Series. This is round number 2 at Morgan Park Raceway, and the first time we're actually streaming it here on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. So, good to have your company, and in my commentary box right now is Jack Callister, Riley Smith. They're going to take you through the
Hello.
race.
G'day. Yeah, so it'll be Riley and I commentating the races tonight and qualifying for that matter with the HQs. Watched them round 1 at Sandown. They had before the Supercars race at Sandown. Really great fun to watch. They can really battle quite well, these cars. They're only a 3 speed. They've got 3 gears. They're so odd to drive. It really sort of, you kind of have to retrain the way you drive a little bit to drive these cars because they're just so, it's just different.
Okay, I think it works now. I just have to leave my box.
Oh man, I was on a roll there. Yes, you should. See here, Mr. Cal Diggs in the, what is it, Rare Spares HQ?
Yeah.
That was a brilliant addition to my commentary, thank you.
No problem. First time VRL has raced at Morgan Park in an official event.
Oh, that's a good point. It's your favourite track.
Yeah, I know.
Love Morgan Park. I mean, to your credit, it is a pretty fantastic little racetrack. Quite what's the word? I can't think of the word. It's sort of quite like not many people know about it, but
Yeah, it's quite a underrated track.
Underrated, yes. Oh yeah, hey, we were saying before, I haven't done this in State of Origin, so I can be cut a little bit of slack.
There's rookie drivers and there's rookie commentators.
I'm not really a rookie, it's more
No, I saw my excuses, man.
out of practice. I'm going to make all the excuses I want. I am a racing driver too. Racing driver excuses are one of my specialties. There we go. Practice almost over. Looking at the practice times, I think about the 132s are about where the pace is.
But 10 people turned up now. That's all right.
Yeah,
only 3 set laps, so we don't get much of a. I didn't look at the practice times from the session before, but
no, they were pretty wide. I really think the practice times indicated a lot, apart from a couple people who'd set competitive laps.
Okay, so we're looking for a 132 in qualifying.
Yeah, that's what I believe. I don't really know how the tyres on these cars behave. I haven't done enough laps to sort of get a feel for that.
Well, I don't think this left-hander here will help tyres at all. Fast swinging left-hander.
Sorry, I'm really underprepared for this, so just give me another minute. You guys can chat on for a bit, but there'll be nothing on the screen.
Oh, cool.
So it's the right time. Morgan Park here. We can teach you Morgan Park. We can do a track description of Morgan Park while we look at this. So it's out in the middle of nowhere in Warwick, Queensland. Don't test my knowledge too much. It is
Furious typing to find the Wikipedia page.
Yeah, just give me a second. I do have a hat with Fort Morgan Park.
There's plenty. Yeah, you do. There's plenty of sort of not chicanes, but plenty of sort of left then right then left kind of turns about the track. So it's quite a track. It's a fun track to drive on. It's probably
very club track made.
Yeah, it's the best way to put it. It's a fun track to drive. Lots of corners, lots of different radiuses of turns. So some tighter ones, some more open wide ones. Some of the curbs you can even use, which is something I really quite like.
So actually, I found a fun fact. Here we go.
Yeah, fun fact, Morgan Park fun fact.
So let me try to figure out this track goes. So the bit where they come through that right-hander, long right-hander, wasn't it? Yep. So after they come through the left-hander and they go down the straight and head into the right-hander, the very long one, will turn. I don't know. There's too much effort right now. That is actually that extension bit from there onwards was added in 2010. So it's actually pretty fresh to the Morgan Park track.
Yeah, that's a relatively recent update, really.
Yeah. They see Formula Fords race around there, so if anyone keeps stay with them.
This is such a Formula 4 track, eh?
Yeah,
little slower cars around this track is where it's at. But even quite a sort of fair bit of, like, more than you'd think for a small track, undulation. Like lots of, sort of climbing a little hill, then back down the other side of said little hill. It's a really fun little track. Yeah,
Yes.
quite underrated. We finally got the bloody word for it.
Yeah, so it was constructed in 1968. First race meeting was in March of 1969.
Mate, you just said like 3 different years.
Yeah, 1969. I think it's... Yeah, I'm just reading the wiki page, to be honest.
Just quickly to confirm, the HQ Open won't be streamed tonight.
Oh, jeez. Then it's a 3-kilometre track. And this meeting features a round of Australian Holdens racing. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Alright, let's have a gaze. What else is there? Nothing. There's not much about Morgan Park. I'm going to figure out how many turns there are. And that'd be fun.
just get a track map and slowly start counting it.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 corners in this circuit. So quite a lot of them are just flat little kinks, like heading up into turn 2, 3 at Austria, like the little turn 2 there, which doesn't fetch your car, but it is there. So there's quite a lot of those. There's not many overtaking spots. If you do want to put on an overtake, you can go down at the bottom of the hill into the right-hand hairpin if you get under brakes there. But it's a very slow corner. You got to try to pull up your car without cutting the bloke off.
I think the track presents a lot of opportunities for either faking a move or going for the switchback on someone. That's probably where a lot of its a lot of the battles and a lot of the fighting we'll probably see tonight will be from that. People going for switchbacks, faking for a move, that sort of thing.
They actually have turn names.
We actually have a shot of the track now. Here we go.
Here, we can explain it there. Here we go. This is Morgan Park. You see a lot of variations for other racing circuits. I think there's about 5 variations to this track.
True.
And we'll be running the longest one, the one that comes right out all the way to your right here and goes around that right-hander where we're going to see a lot of people run wide, understeer, and we might see a couple of moves into the hairpin if Sharp can just pan the tiniest bit to the right there. There's a little hairpin down there at the bottom right there. That's a good spot to overtake if you get a good run through that right-hander.
Yeah, through the long sort of sweeping turn just above it.
This middle bit here
as we zoom in on the glorious trees in the midfield of the track.
Yeah, this middle bit was the original track. Actually, a little dirt.
For racing what? Push bikes?
I don't know. I don't really know.
Well, they actually do have turn names too, I just learnt.
There you are.
So we've got turn 4 being Gumtree. So that turn all the way down there at the bottom of the hill with the Gumtree that sits at the basically apex.
What I'm doing now is basically what happens when you don't have time to put together a full track map graphic and you just wing it.
Just zoom out.
Alright, I'll let you guys.
Turn 4 all the way down the hill, down in that right-hander where you're going to see quite a lot of overtakes. That's called Gumtree, as there's obviously a Gumtree place there.
Oh, Nevin, right. We've finally got first people starting to actually not set times.
Oh, it's quality time. It's quality time.
Yeah, it is. This turn 1 here, turn 1/2. Oh, I was just about to say, as you see, it's incredibly easy to run the car too deep into there. We'll probably get a better shot at another point during the night of that turn, perhaps an onboard. It's quite hard to explain, but it's sort of Oran Park-esque in the first turn you carry a bucket load of speed into, and it's the second turn where you actually really slow the car down and get around a corner. It's really probably not too bad in these, but it'll be quite difficult. It's quite difficult in more powerful cars. I remember, Riley, you and I drove some Porsches around here a while ago. Yes. That turn was quite tricky. That curb on the inside there, if you put your left-hand wheels on the inside of that curb, it can really upset the car. Riley's long right-hander coming up here after this corner, obviously.
Yes, it's probably the best corner on the track here. You gotta kind of dip it in, throw it in, and as soon as you come out of it, you're braking for the next turn. He gets out, he sees over this crest, and now he's braking into the right-hander.
That's where an overtake can be put on if you get a good run through that long sweeping turn. Or he's run one into the grass. Both of them have, maybe not on the grass, but up in the car, through a final, chicane pretty much. Launching it over the curb, I liked that.
And you got a little jump
straight now. You go over a bit of a crest here, a little bit of a hill, dip back down onto the grid and across the line. So we've got a 135 sitting at the top currently. So not too fast.
Sitting by 134.
Yeah, I immediately get done it. There we go. 132, as we were saying. So we should see, I think going off of practice, if it was at all accurate, we should see a couple of 132s come up. These two are pretty close to each other. You usually don't want to be close to anyone else in qualifying, but sometimes if you trust the bloke in front of you, you just sort of get on with it, really.
So you got the seats in the back. Oh, is that seats? No, it's not seats. Oh, I thought it was
it's
seats.
just bare
There's tears. I thought there was going to be seats in the back still.
Come on. Gee, you can't afford to have any extra weight in these cars at all. They've got no power at all. It feels like you spend forever in the gears.
Be awesome.
I remember around Sandown, you pretty much did the entire track in either second or third gear. You were only ever changing between those two. It's such a weird feeling.
Oh, it just relies on how a driver can steer the steering wheel then. Which can make it... makes a good development series.
Exactly. They're a real test of... Yeah, see, things like that is what this series is great for. Having an understanding of where you are on track in relation to others.
We just died.
A track extension. That's a large part of what this series is about, which we probably should go over. It is a development series, as Shav introduced it at the beginning of the stream. It's more for the, I don't want to say slower drivers, but less experienced, not in a mean way, but just in the
You don't
way
know
of that.
how hard I've been trying the last few weeks to, I guess, sugarcoat it.
The people that are not ready for the bigger league being
No, here we go. The people who simply have less track time than others. There we go. How's that for perfection? Largely for that. People who have less track time than some other people who've been here since perhaps the start of Lost Racing League or earlier to just get their eye in on having a car on track, being around other cars, not, bloody AI that are dog shit slow.
Stupid.
Yeah, exactly, that are just awful. Actually having an understanding where you are on track, where others are on track, maybe blue flag situations and learning how to deal with them, all that sort of thing is largely what this series is about. Understanding, keeping a momentum up through corners as well is something that these cars more specifically can be quite good at teaching drivers. I had to go in them around Sandown a week or two ago with Mello. We just sort of did a few laps following each other, and they're quite good for battling, really good for battling, because they're all obviously the exact same car, and because they have almost no power, it's really about how you drive the car and keeping your speed up through the corners. So quite a good, quite a good teaching tool, these cars. I reckon they should be.
Yes, and it's a good way to show your skill in a car before you jump up into the supercars, because you might see yourself go very well in this. Like some drivers have shown a bit of skill in this already from Sandown, and they might show some sign and maybe be able to get signed for a decent team in supercars to get them going.
Yeah, it could lead into that. It allows sort of the bigger supercars teams to see, who has some potential and pick them up, give them some setups, give them some, finer tips. I think lap times actually looking like we have a few drivers sort of all in that 132, maybe low 133 range. The timing tower has a small panic attack. There we go. There are a couple of drivers in that bracket. Honestly, I don't want to say your lap time doesn't matter, but the way you battle with these cars, it almost doesn't even matter in a sense, because you just end up in a battle anyway, just fighting it out. looking at Justin Oates here in the Pedders Super Shock HQ. I believe that's it on the side as it drove past our camera.
Yep.
There's about a second and a half off the pace currently.
How accurate is that time thing at the moment?
Bottom right.
Yeah.
It's generally pretty good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So he done well in Sector 1.
Yeah, so purple sector 1,
Ooh.
but sector 2 doesn't.
Jeez, plenty of
Good
curve.
area.
That was a good shot. I imagine
Good
he's
in the
probably
eye.
made a mistake and gone off somewhere to lose that much time. That'll be a lock-up somewhere or something along those lines. Here we go, this is a good shot. That's what I mean.
Oh, and he's lost it.
Oh, brilliant slide through turn 2. That was fantastic to watch. Yeah, that was a bit of a shot which kind of demonstrated what I mean in that you carry a lot of speed through turn 1. It's only really for turn 2 where you have to slow down and actually hook the car around a turn. When you're following close behind the bumper of someone, it's actually really quite hard to see those 2 turns and get them right. Which is something I learnt battling you, Riley, around here once or twice.
The hardest turn I reckon is to follow is under that bridge. Under the bridge, it's blind, especially in faster cars. Unlike these, you probably do it easily flat, but faster cars, if you're behind someone, you got to do like a slight lift. And it's all about how much you're nailing that turning. And it's pretty hard to follow a car through there. And then as soon as you come out of there, then you're down into the overtaking spot. So it's all about, this track's all about just getting ready for the overtaking spots because there's normally a difficult corner before you get into them. You got to line yourself up.
Yeah, it really sort of encourages racing and battling, with that, because you have to get the corner right to put it on. Here we go. If we stay on board here, this will be a great demonstration of what I mean. On board with Ronald Williams here. Down into turn 1. Just pretty much start braking on the apex of turn 1. Oh, he's overcooked it!
And that's how easy it is to stuff it up.
Yeah, he's going to keep it on track. Yeah, that's not. It's not a comment on his skill or anything. It's so easy to get wrong, like unbelievably easy to get wrong.
If we get a shot, there's the bridge I was talking about. The left-hander that bends all the way around.
So if you get that right, you can put a move on down into that turn there. Mr. Kelly here in was it a Kmart HQ?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kmart. There we go. Thank you, Sharf.
Oh, these are the final quality laps anyway.
Yeah,
So
they're
let's
all
see if
set as
anyone
well.
can jump.
I think everyone's pretty much settled into
Well,
roughly where they'll be. By the looks of things, at least. It's honestly more about the racing, though, this series. Like a development series is.
well, look at the gap to the front though. First, second.
Hey,
By less than 10th.
pretty good. In cars this slow as well, that's really quite impressive. So I think that's more or less.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
which is actual time. Very good. Ooh. Close. At 210, see if we can bring it back in this third sector, which is only 3 corners. So into the final chicane here. Really needs to stuff up because you've got to get through this one. And the curb on the final corner is pretty brutal. And that's a nice line. Really got it right out to the grass there. Comes over to the little crest. Comes up to the line. Can he improve? No, he can't. Well, he couldn't jump places anyway. And that's the end of quali. So it goes down for the cool down lap now.
I see comments on YouTube. Shabba Dahua.
We need.
I said Spivey would be great to watch, just saying. Okay, so he set a few lap times in the HQs during the week, and what's the best way of putting it?
It was rubbish.
Oh no, more like he wouldn't be entirely out of place.
Hey, I had to deafen there for a minute. I've missed the first part of this.
Nah,
this
we
is
got some
Spivey.
Spivey fanboys in the we got the
Spivey
Spivey club.
Now he's on for Ben Simpson, who is 4th. So your qualifying results: Mike Casey takes pole position. Then it's Jaden Glusky, Ronald Williams, Ben Simpson, Nick Goonan, Justin Oates, David Mason, Jared Kelly, Craig Mealy, Cale Diggs. and then Xavier Howley. And that is your 11-man grid. This is for race 1, and then it'll be reverse grid the second time. Qualifying is just about finished, and then we'll get on to the race in... How long? 4 minutes, I think.
4 minutes.
4 minutes.
That wait is so nerve-wracking. It is the most nervous time, just sitting there on the grid. You're sitting there in your car, you're ready to go. You just know you have to wait. The nerves build.
What about Bathurst?
Oh, don't even talk to me about Bathurst.
Bathurst, Velocity Racing League, Bathurst 1000 coming in on the October the 2nd. So make sure you join VRL, sign up for that, get a mate, enjoy 1,000 kilometres of pure V8 racing.
You know what I found out? That we've managed to schedule our Bathurst 1000 on the same date as Aussie Sim Wars, and they're R-Factor 2 Bathurst 1000.
Oh, well, that's...
So,
good job, Jarv.
Yeah.
Starting rivalries, mate.
And there's an iRacing one like the day after as well,
Nope.
so it must be Bathurst 1000 season.
Yeah,
So, obviously, Assetto Corsa is the place to be,
Yep, absolutely.
as
Never
we...
mind that driver swaps aren't
Yeah, but we got a cool way to do it.
officially supported.
ordered here.
It will be soon.
It's looking like it'll be pretty drama-filled, going off of how the rest of our V8 season has gone. It'll be an intense race.
Yes. I see a couple of underdogs battling
Yeah, a
against...
few new people have started joining too.
Yeah, we've got some other
quite exciting.
competitive drivers from other series have hopped in. I think Chris Munro's making a comeback for it, is he?
Oh, is he?
Yes, he has. He's coming back.
Munro's back in town.
And he's got Cotter
Good to
with
see.
him. Cotter known as a fast driver.
God, that's going to be a
Chris
very
Refalo.
difficult pairing to match up against.
Also got Chris Refalo and Dietmar, who hasn't confirmed, but we will probably see it happen because they're the reigning champions of Bathurst. I don't
You
know
can
how to
always
put it.
trust Bathurst to throw up some drama too,
Yes,
some excitement.
as it's such a long
Flashback.
race.
Yeah, flashback to Nicholas and his screen freezing on like the third last lap or whatever it was.
And throwing away that random guy's championship.
Yeah. That poor bloke, eh?
Eh.
I was so upset. What a
Like-
depressing day.
He let Chris Refalo take the championship from there, who won it at Newcastle, final round last season. This season's going to be Bathurst, the final season, and it looks like when we go in there might be a comfortable lead by Chris, but Nicholas is bringing it back, but he's going to need a pretty big miracle from them.
He's gonna need a serious back final couple rounds.
Yep, it's probably the best we've ever seen Nicholas driving since.
He's been really impressive recently.
But that's not the series we need to be talking about. We need to be talking about the HQ
Yes,
Holdens at Morgan Park with a
1.5
30
minutes until we get underway.
sitting on the short run to turn 1. We're waiting.
How much chaos are we going to see into turn 1/2?
It's very tight. If we get a shot of turn 1, Mr. Cameraman, just explain how they're going to probably take the approach to turn 1. The inside is the way to go, as you got double inside. Basically, flow through.
So easy to run the car wide there too. So, how many cars will make it through the first complex of corners? We will find out.
You'll find out if you leave a
Doubtful.
like, comment down below, share with friends. Yeah, so we wait. That's a good question. Who is commentating?
Jack Meredith has asked who's commentating.
That's a good question.
Your commentators are Riley Smith and Jack I was going to say Meredith. Jack Callister.
Wow.
Are in the commentary box tonight going to provide you with some hopefully pretty decent commentary.
Always.
There's about 20 seconds to go till the start of race 1. Race 3 of the championship.
Oh, Connor, I'll say the line.
The lights are on, but not on.
There it is. Here we go. Race start. Race 1 of round 2 for the HQ Development Series of Velocity Racing League.
We're getting jump starters. And it's out, and they're gone.
Oh,
That bloke must has
missed the start though. Look at this group of 4 though coming down to turn 1. 2 orange cars, the green and the black. How will the inside line treat them? They've not made contact. It's really quite impressive. A little bit of contact between cars 3 and 4, but then they make it through.
Oh, he's around.
Kmart car's gone round and being pushed by 2 other cars. That poor guy's been done over hard.
Facing the wrong
across
way.
the infield. He's going to get back on the poor Kmart car. Really suffering there. Mr. Kelly, that was. He gets back onto the circuit and back underway.
Got a battle for first. They switch positions from first. Side by side all the way down into the hairpin at the bottom of this left-hander.
It's a close little pack there. The 3 cars all on the stern, looking for a move down to the hairpin. It's not quite going to happen. He just pulls him back behind. Leader runs a little bit wide, trying to carry as much speed as they possibly can. There's a bit of a bump from 2nd place. He's going to fall off the track into the dirt. Will he maintain the lead? He will just about. The 2nd and 3rd are going at it.
Oh, they're
inside of
on the grass
a little bit. They're going to carry speed for the long right hander here. Will anyone be brave enough to put on a move?
Oh,
he's looking.
He's got the run.
Pace. Late on the brakes. He's going to shove the nose in there. He's going to get it done. I think
he's off the track.
Just a little bit. Here we go, completing lap 1 now. Through this final, pretty much chicane. Using a little bit of curb. And that is lap 1 completed. I think everyone's just about starting to settle down now, starting to find their rhythm. As our stream also settles down.
Yep.
Oh, I spoke too soon. Here we go. And this tricky left-hander. We carry as much speed through there as he can. Well, let's look at it. There's another group of 3 little cars. It's what often happens in these HQs. We saw it at Sandown a fair bit. Obviously, it wasn't streamed, but we saw basically they all spread out and find their own room for a few corners, and eventually someone makes one small mistake and they're all back together again.
We saw the move that we've been talking about all qualifying in practice, basically, how he got the run through the right-hander, waited until the bottom of the hill, he got side by side with him, the bloke in front got too much curb and he just got it down the inside and got it done cleanly.
Yeah, it's probably the best place to put on an overtake.
Oh, he's going around the outside.
Again. Here we go, look at these 2, 3rd and 4th, going at it. They're side by side through the turn.
Oh, he's going to pull it off, is he? Yes, he has. Has he
looking for the dive bomb, not quite going to get it done. Didn't have enough momentum over the guy in front. Although he's got a pretty decent exit by the looks of things. Looking down into the chicane, just going to pull out of it.
So, as they all come back for another lap done, that's the fastest lap there by... The quality's too bad, I can't read it.
Yeah, I know, it's really bad. I'm pretty sure it says Jaden. The leader says the fastest lap of the race. It was a 132.4, I believe it said. Yeah.
They come under the bridge now. They're a bit spread out now, they got their arguments done, and now they just got to try to see if they can catch the bloke ahead and hope they don't get catched from the bloke behind.
He actually runs a little bit wide. Really, you start playing 1 games now. They're all they're close enough, but sort of not too far away either. Where you start to, show your nose a bit into the corners, like, hey, I'm still here.
Not from this distance, you wouldn't. Don't do it from this distance, do it when you're closer. Show your nose from this distance. Probably means you're on flat. Into it.
Gotta lock a wheel. Everyone's just about settled down now.
As we get an edit of the timing tower.
Everyone flying stay with them.
So I've dropped 665 frames, and then my ping went up over 200 at one point, and I have no idea why.
Nothing compared to my 10,000. That's not a huge amount of curve coming onto the main straight. It actually cost him a lot of speed. These cars don't have a lot of horsepower, so you really can't afford to lose much
Oh,
momentum.
he's
Like that. He's going
defensive inside, though.
defensive into turn 1/2 here.
Casey gets the fast slap that lap. Oh,
There you go, exactly what I was saying, showing the nose into the turns. Hey, I'm here now, right on the back of you. Timing tower says the gap's 3/10, but we can see on screen there's pretty much nothing. He's right on the back of him. Running defensive again into, what is this, your Gumtree Corner, Riley?
Gumtree.
Looking around the outside, not quite going to get it done. Both a long way from the exit, from the apex, sorry, as they begin to battle each other.
Oh, he's going for it. He has put it on.
Into the hairpin, they're side by side. Simpson up on the curb there. They're still going to run it side by side.
Casey's now looking now too. Look at him, he's stalking on.
Casey's right there. That's what happens. You start battling and you instantly lose all of the gap you worked so hard to build.
Oh,
Simpson looking down the inside into the left hand. I think he's no, he's not going to back out of it. He's going to put it in the grass and keep it there. We're going to run side by side through this long, winding right-hander.
And let's see, comes.
Simpson's actually temporarily into the lead. They're going to run side by side into this turn. He's actually going to pull it off.
Oh, he's done it. Around the outside, he's outbroken.
Here he comes into the chicane now. And that all started with, I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Jaden.
That's his first name, but we'll go with that. He got up onto the curb into that final chicane.
Oh, we got
momentum. It is now.
Casey now. Casey.
Look at that, the switch. Looking at the inside of turn 1 and 2, that's dangerous. He smartly backs out of that one. Got to look for a better spot to put the move on. There you go. Alright, everyone settles down. Everyone finding their rhythm again. Alright, now you start thinking, alright, where can I put the move on? Where's the bloke in front of me a bit weaker than me? Down into Gumtree Corner. That's now what this corner is officially known as to me.
Do get confused because so many little turns, like this one here is a turn.
Yeah, it's a turn, but it's running flat through it. So, got a great view here from onboard Casey's car, looking at the lead too. Looks like they're all driving pretty similar at the moment. Like, sort of not a lot of deviation between lines. Oh, just running off the exit of the curb there. It ends so suddenly.
Well, 6/10 to split them all.
So Simpson here up in the lead. There's even Mr. Williams in 4th isn't too far away either.
He did catch up in the battle while that was going on.
And then Oates behind him too, actually. So the drivers here, they really can't afford to make a mistake.
As
huge slide there by Williams, I think it was. Out of the right-hander. That was fantastic. It's actually made him weak to Oates, I believe, there now. So Oates takes a massive amount of curve. He's like, check out the amount of speed he's carried though.
Oh, does he go outside or inside? He defends the outside. See if he knows off. Does Oates commit?
He's looking. Is he going to do it? Yeah,
no.
He's doing that to try it.
Oh, they both go outside ways.
Jeez,
they tandem through there.
Hold onto the car. And then, they're just about going to keep it.
Battle's back on.
Starts with nothing between Simpson. Oh, yeah, there we go. And no, all good. I thought that Glusky was going to go off there, but he's just kept it on the track.
Nearly halfway now, and the battle is still going for the podium.
It's still pretty much anyone's game between these front three here.
You see the different lines they take through there. Big Jaden trying to get the exit and Simpson going in for the corner speed.
Still all carrying quite a decent amount of speed though. Oh, Casey just hanging on there. Run wide a couple of times at that turn. It's so easy to do because the corner sort of squares off quite a bit. It goes from corner to pretty much dead straight. Really quite suddenly. It can catch you out quite easily.
Thoroughly.
Jaden here with a lot of pace. Seems like he's got a lot of speed at the moment. He's just hunting down Simpson right now. Be filling up his mirrors.
Oh, Oates gets a move on Williams. I'm assuming they'll be down into the right-handed back there.
Into that right-hander, the third last corner.
Yeah.
Second last corner before the final chicane.
Whoa!
Massive slide by Simpson there through turn. He almost carried it all the way to turn 2 there.
Williams in the pits.
Oh, Williams pits, really? Oh, he does. Maybe he has an issue. It's disappointing for him. Hopefully we'll see him back race 2 for the reverse grid. Might actually help him. We've also got a DNF for Diggs that I've only just noticed. Unfortunate for him. Possible issues there too. We'll again hopefully see him for the second reverse grid race after this. Very much undecided race 1.
Now Simpson's building that gap again. Just can't cost to do another mistake. Just running wide at this corner here just loses you attempts just by the time you get on the straight. Here we go. He runs wide. We'll watch the time.
Speaking of, there you go. All 4 wheels in the dirt there.
So he goes from a second.
I was
now
just
he's down
saying it the lap before. Really quite easy to run the car wide there. Oh, well, with Casey here again. They've all just spread out for the minute. They've just sort of backed off each other. Like, alright, settle down, boys.
It's only halfway, so they've still got plenty of time just to catch out a mistake.
Yeah, exactly right.
It's not the longest lap time around here, so you still got to push a bit. You still got to try to be in the spot so you can capitalise on the opportunity.
Yeah, and we've got Casey here. Casey
Oh,
seems
look at
like...
the lap times. They're the exact same.
Jeez.
Not even split
Yeah,
by
I think-
10th for a stop.
I think Casey, Casey's speed a little bit down for a lap or 2 on the leaders, but I think once he gets settled back in, he then starts going, obviously as we saw with the lap time there, they were pretty much all running at a 132.
Yeah, so if these two start battling, Casey can capitalise on it,
Which
they are so close.
Simpson's gotten a poor exit out of Riley's Gumtree Corner. They come down here into this relatively long hairpin, by hairpin standards. You can run a lot of exit curb here. Well, it's not even really curb, it's extra asphalt. Got to be super careful this turn here. Does Simpson run it wide again?
I've decided when the V8's come here that we've got to contact Gumtree and get them to sponsor us for that corner.
Also, that hairpin turn 6 is called Siberia, so there's another fun fact.
There's another Siberia. Wow.
Yeah, and then your favourite left-hander where everyone runs wide is called the
Siberia.
T junction. Oh, down the inside he goes! There's no big contact, they've spun!
It's not gone very well. They've both made contact into that right hander. It's the perfect opportunity.
Will Casey
for
get through? Casey
get
gets
out
through.
into the lead. He's going to have a massive gap. There we go.
Just to show you what can go wrong.
Jaden finds first gear, gets the car back underway. He's going to drop back to 4th behind Oates.
And that just shows you Casey just sitting back there. Now he's got the upper hand just from sitting back, so...
He's literally done a me. Sitting
Yes.
back from the leaders, they make a cock up, take advantage.
Crucify me.
So it came from so far back, Mr. Jaden that is, came from a long way back, tried to put the dive on, a little bit cut off by Simpson, probably rightfully so, as he just wouldn't have been expecting their move to be coming.
Now can Casey hold on now?
Yeah, that's the real difference. Can Casey keep that speed up, keep the momentum up? Don't make any mistakes. Got a bit of a gap now. You're just going to put your head down. Don't even bother looking in the mirrors. Really sort of...
Simpson's flying. That time has come down quite a lot just over this lap. Oh, he's off!
He runs wide.
The T junction.
And every time you make a small mistake like that, you start panicking, you look in the mirror. You can't do that. You've really got to just keep your head down, focus on you and what you're doing. Make sure you're getting your car around the track as quickly as you possibly can. You've still got a bit of a decent gap here. It's still very much Casey's game currently. So long as he can keep the lap time up, you should be pretty sorted for a race win.
But Simpson should also make sure he doesn't over push that car. He's going to see himself lose P2. You've got to think of the long game too while you're at it.
Yeah, you do.
Oates have found his way into P3 too with that incident. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Oates, he's doing quite well at the moment. So here we go, we get lap times. So it's a, 2/10, give or take, worth of difference in Simpson's favour, that is. It's a 133 compared to a 132.8, I think. So Simpson a little bit faster, probably that's courtesy of Casey running wide at, what's it called, rather, the T junction?
T junction.
The corner that just, as I call it, squares off a lot. And is quite hard to get the car around the corner enough where you don't then run it wide on the exit.
It's very blind. If we get an onboard as he comes up there, you can just see how blind it is.
Yeah, you can't see the exit of the turn at all. Here we go.
Goonan.
Well, with Goonan here, who's down in 5th place currently. So running pretty solidly.
See, they just lunge the car into his corner, get turned in. As soon as you get on the exit, out of this corner, you're looking forward. So you just can't see the corner at all until now, where you can just see the top of the curve, you get thrown in, and then it just cuts off there. It's just straight run from there.
Goonan did that quite well, actually. Credit to him.
Yes.
Good work. So we'll have to watch the lap times here again. Up on your leaderboard, top left, see what the leaders do, see how they compare to each other. The gap seems to have remained about the same over the course of the lap. Roughly that sort of 2.93 second range. Should be crossing the line at any moment now. There you go, 132.5.
5.
Compared to a 132.5, there you go. It is slightly in Simpson's favour, but not by a lot. I think Oates actually sets the fastest lap of his own race there.
Yep.
3rd place for him.
So he's got the pressure of Jaden behind him.
Yeah, he had a lot of pace early on. Here he is at Orange HQ. We saw him put on the massive dive bomb into that 3rd last
Really, he's very off. Where has he gone off to? Where is he?
Where is this?
The inside of the right-hander. He's done a pretty good job. I reckon he's got up on the curb on the right-hand side, flung the car, and that's where he stopped.
Jeez, it's a massive, well, not a massive accident, but like a massive off in terms of actually getting the car all the way out there. So unfortunately, drops to the back for this race, and probably won't really be able to do anything about that. However, of course, next race is a reverse grid, so that's a front row start for him effectively.
Just quickly, the HQ Open starts at 7:30, and if you want to get involved, so 10-minute qualifying, 21-lap race. If you want to get involved, you can head to the Discord server and just have a look at announcements.
Can we have competition caution halfway?
Sharp plug. There we go. We love to see it. So here we go. Simpson's actually made a little bit of ground this lap by looks. I think it's a 132.5. 132.2. There's only a couple laps left though. It's still the race is still in Casey's favour. Just to nail these last couple laps.
But you just see that time creep down, and you just want to push harder, but you got the you're under the pipe. You can tell yourself that he's not there, but you're just telling he's there.
Yeah,
and you know he's there.
Yeah,
every time you glance in that mirror, you see his car, and you just know he's creeping up on you.
Oh, one other
it's a
thing,
terrible
you won't
spot.
need team speed.
And it just gets worse and worse as he gets closer.
I reckon that might be what's starting to happen here as the gap slowly creeps down. Looking at the top left of your screen here, up on the leaderboard.
Oh, he's winding me in that a rate of pace.
Yeah, a lot of curve there for Simpson. He's really pushing. That'll help Casey.
But then you see him do that mistake, and they're pushing, so you're going to see a mistake by them.
Yeah, there you go. So that pushes the gap back to 2 seconds. The Simpsons really, really trying here. Pushing the car as hard as it'll go. Right, he's a little bit wide into that right-hander there, where we saw Mealy off before and saw the big dive bomb on before. See, that's the kind of incident that a development series, teaches you, like, right, okay, putting on a move from that far back might not go so well. It's pretty much what the series is about, so it's just about having the ability to learn. So a quite faster lap time there for Simpson.
Jeez, Simpson throws it through 1 and 2. That's what I've learned. He absolutely throws the car in. It's insane.
Chucks it in, and you can actually see there evidence of it. Look at the lap time. Sorry,
Delta.
The gap come down here. Delta. There we go. So pretty much, almost by 2/10 by the time they get to Riley's Gumtree Corner. This right-hander, not quite a hairpin, but not far off it either. The turn carries on for a lot longer than you thought. Like more than 90 degrees. Kelly
around before the chicane or after? He's at the right-hander.
Yeah. Just before where we saw Mealy off before, so bit of a tricky corner here for the HQs. Yeah, this is where Mealy was off before.
Yes. 1.5 seconds is now the gap between Case and Simpson.
So Casey quite probably has made a small error somewhere.
So always got to remember, it's not over to that checkered wag fight. Waves.
Wow, that was a beautiful line.
Yeah.
So it's about 5/10 that Simpson's taken off. 6/10 that Simpson's taken off him as the time dove down there into the right-hander. Simpson must have been really late under brakes there, but it has come just back out now to about 1.6. So the gap changes around slightly depending on where they are on track. However, Simpson overall is slowly winding Casey in. But they're on the final lap. All Casey has to do is to get to the finish line. Simpson actually sets the fastest lap of the race. It's a 1:31.9 as he slides through turn 1.
Takes the fast lap, that lap. Oh,
And fishtailing almost in the extra turn 2. That shows you how hard he's pushing. He sets the fastest lap of the race.
oh but he's lost all the
lap.
time because of that fishtail.
It looked good, but it wasn't very fast.
Drive-through.
Oh no!
No, on the final lap.
Oh, that's a disaster.
And that's probably going to...
So that was
That's
your
an
race leader at a point. So he was quite probably pushing 2. Actually gotten the gap down a fair bit to Oates there, you can see on the timing, on your timing tower. So
Yeah, so it's
unfortunate
like
for him.
Casey has... Not to jinx him too early, there's still a couple of difficult corners to come up, but he has held on well here, capitalised on the mistake between the two leaders.
He's done quite well to just sort of manage the gap. You know, don't lose too much time, keep it relatively clean.
Do a couple more corners. Just gotta
All he's
wait.
got to do is just be a little bit careful on the curbs. You know, don't take too much and upset the car. Just take only the curb that you need.
So 3 seconds to...
Yeah, he's fine. All he's
Slow.
got to do is just get the chicane. You don't even have to get the chicane right.
Goonan's now got to drive through.
I think, jeez, a couple of drivers getting drive-throughs. There you go. Casey's going to come through to win race 1 of the night.
Sharp, can we watch him? Can we watch him
Kelly
go through?
subscribed.
Can we watch him go through the
There you go.
pits? Because the pits is so interesting.
Casey takes the checkered flag for race 1 at Morgan Park. Simpson coming in second. He had a really great late race push there. Oates comes through
20
for
seconds.
third.
Oh, he copped the 20 second. He's out of the drive.
Gets the added time to the end of his race. There you go.
And it's big
Goonan, that
Goonan.
is, coming across the line.
He'll get 20 seconds.
Also 20 seconds because he got the cut we saw come through as the leaders were coming
I
through
think-
the chicane.
I think the pit lane's really short here. It's kind of unfitting. There's a Ford badge there actually saying that as a full Holden race here. So here we go. We got the two Mason and Williams crossing the line now. Split by 2 seconds. Now
So we got a couple
a
cars
long,
in there.
very long wait here. 30,
Couple cars that had some issues at different parts of the race.
especially with that crash at turn 2.
Yeah, they'll eventually come through. So well done, Casey. Done quite well there. And Simpson put on a impressive display of speed, but just couldn't quite fully link it all together and catch back up to the leader. That's quite a good example of races panning out, isn't it? Yeah, a bit of anything can happen style.
Why did the timer run out? What?
Right?
Excuse me. The timer ran out before Craig Mealy could get to the line. I don't know why it did that.
Oh no.
But he will be classified. Just in
Yeah,
case
he does
it's-
actually finish. Not a drama.
Anyway.
There we go. Small weight now to the reverse grid race. Race 2 of the evening.
There's your results.
Bit ATCC-esque. There are your final results on screen for you there. See the drivers, their total race time, and their gap to the leader. So they got fairly spread out over the course of the 20-odd minute race, 25 minute.
I mean, it literally says there, Jack. But
Oh my god, yeah.
21:47.
Over the 21-minute long race. I knew that.
Yeah, hopefully a fair few of these guys stick around for the HQ Open at 7:30. But yeah, a lot of good racing to be had in this as well. Mike Casey, Ben Simpson, Justin Oates, Jaden Glusky, Nick Goonan was your top 5, which is all I could read before it switched over. So we are about 3 minutes away from the second race. This is a full reverse grid. So Xavier Halley will be at the front, then Jared Kelly, Ronald Williams. Oh no, because Craig Mealy is at the back.
Oh, because he wasn't classified because he did. Oh no, that's cruel.
You're kidding.
So just a quick clarification there. Mealy should be up the front, but because the race timed out and ended before he had crossed the line, he has been put to the back of the grid again. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, look, mate, have a chat with me after, and we'll discuss it then. Well,
That's all the drivers. Yeah, that's really unfortunate for him how that's worked out. So I have the second race, reverse grid. So drivers who didn't fare so well in race 1, they've got another chance. We've got some mad Vaseline on the camera lens just there.
As the drone gets closer on these head shoes.
A drone,
yeah, there
that's
are.
a good way of putting it.
Yeah, great. It's just, they are such fun cars to battle with. At least take a bit of abuse.
At least the only drone this time is this and not my voice as well.
Self-racing, we'll have to hear it in VRL.
Got him. No worries at all. I've quite missed doing the old commentary. I'm going to have to learn people's names, but other than that, quite good.
Yeah, I think our English skills let us down here.
Well, I'm blaming you for that, not me.
Whoa!
Yeah, I said it, yeah. What are you
Whoa. You know what? I'm going to list out all the corner... So there's whopping 3 corner names here. There is the obvious one we've said already, the Gumtree, turn 4, the hairpin, first hairpin. And then as you go down past turn 4, there's the next hairpin, which is double hairpin, very cool little layout thing there. That's Siberia, very original corner name. And then you head up to the T-junction, and that's the only corner names there is on this track. So the rest are turns, but you can only keep up with the turns.
Well, hey, that's more effort than a lot of other tracks have these days.
Yes.
I like tracks having some of their corners named. I do like that.
The track name is a lost art, isn't it?
It so is. We just don't see it anymore at all, and it's so sad.
So I'm gonna name the rest of the corners. I already named the jump going up the hill here, down the straight. Oh, the lights are on, but not on.
Alright.
There it is.
Here's your challenge. Name all the corners at the Ben Motorsport Park, all 34 of them on the full layout.
I'd rather watch Hey Shoe Racing, let's go.
Here we go.
6 lights, sorry, and they're out.
Reverse grid. I think more people seem to get the front right. They're 3 wide.
Orange car, he's gonna get both.
They slowly come down into the turn 1 and 2. How do they fare? The white car there backs away quite smartly. I think everyone's gonna make it through. Had to be a little bit careful there. Didn't want to commentator's curse anyone, unfortunately. Oh no, Ben Simpson. It's all got his tails at the back of the field.
Under the
Kelly
bridge.
has again been the victim of an accident.
Oh, just not having
the race.
Ram.
Massive. I almost said spin slide there from Mason.
Williams have taken this and left with it. Look at that, 3 seconds.
Yeah, Williams run away. It's a brilliant start for him. He's done beautifully here. Couple cars into Siberia now. As another car goes round, and it's Mason, and he gets head-butted by someone. Oh, and Glusky too. Glusky also got involved in an incident. So hopefully we can see a bit of a Mellow-esque charge back through the field here from Glusky. We'll see what he can do.
Side by side now. Actually, those corners. Actually, I lied. Those corners are called flip flop. That little like.
Yeah, the flip flop.
Flip flop.
Right, okay, the flip flop. So it's Simpson. Yeah, nah, not quite. Gonna smart the back out of it. And right, a little bit wide, does Oates. Oh, sorry, it was Oates the back out of it, not Simpson. All the way around. They go side by side through the final chicane. Plenty of curve there for Howley. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm okay, but I also
Simpson spun.
just in
Oh,
case
he's in the
I got someone's
pits.
name wrong. Simpson, no!
He just spun it in the pits, so either he has hit the wall very hard down there, there is a tyre barrier, or... Actually, I don't know what else.
Has an issue of some description. Oh, it's never going to work. He's in way too deep there into turn 2. That's sent howling around, unfortunately.
Quite a lot of contact this race, as it's been a reverse grid, so it's quite a big...
Yeah, that's often what happens in the reverse grid. Get a lot more drama. So here we are, side by side. Glusky, there we go, as I predicted. So seeing a bit of a charge back through the field. See how far he can go.
Goonan's already brought that gap down on Williams, so there might be a battle for the lead again.
Goonan, here we go, yeah. And it's only about a second back to Casey, race 1's winner. So Casey doing quite well here.
See if we'll see him sit back again and wait for a crash.
Yeah, do a repeat, can you imagine? I also want to throw out an apology if I get anyone's name wrong. I'm pretty sure I haven't, but for now...
Blame Raleigh for the English skills.
Yeah, I'm just going to pin it all on Raleigh. First, through the flip-flop here.
No, this corner's not part of the flip-flop, those ones back there are.
Oh, right, I see, okay.
These corners are too new to be called.
Glusky showing the nose, looking down. Quite polite there from Kelly, actually, to give him a bit of room. Just open up the steering a little bit, made sure there wasn't any contact. That was quite smart driving from these two. Well done. Onto the main straight now.
Not much of a straight.
Yeah, over that little hump in the road down into turn 1 and 2.
No, he's gone for it!
Oh, absolutely sent
my
it
goodness,
one,
where is
all
it?
over the curb.
Oh, he has got...
Kelly's going to hold it round the outside. That was a good little dive there. So Glusky trying to get back through the field. The other two cars running a little wide, Millie and Mason, off the track there slightly. That's all good.
Mason and Mealy. Oh, there's battling everywhere.
There we go. Into Gumtree. Jaden's got it. Well done.
Will he reply down to Siberia?
Yeah, Siberia in that corner has the name too. Yeah, can Kelly put a move back on? I think Kelly may have to settle in behind. Maybe he's Glusky, follow him around. Follow him, try get a bit of a tow effectively. Up to the next cars, which is... Well, Oates is the next car, and of these two. Back to the lead here, got Williams, who had a comfortable lead the first lap, but he's lost it a bit now. Goonan seemingly with a lot of pace, followed closely by Casey. I reckon in a lap or two's time, there's going to be a serious battle here. Or I may have spoken too soon though.
Yeah,
Goonan
Casey
seems to have lost a lot of speed through the right-hander, where we saw a bit of drama last race. Casey currently with a bit of a run.
Fast lap. 132.2. We saw a 131.9 by Simpson last race, so...
Yeah, right at the end. So Simpson's still in the pit lane. Unfortunate for him.
Head onto the bridge now. Now they have the long... I would say long, the straight down into Gumtree.
So now this is where you start sizing up your opponent. You watch them for a lap or so. You know, do they make a mistake? Are they weaker in slower turns, the faster turns? Do they have rubbish exits? Are they rubbish on the brakes? Start to suss them out, see what they're doing, work out where you can put the move on. Or do you choose to sit in behind, maybe carry it to the leader, and then have a three-way battle?
So this bit here, this turn here is flip-flop. It's actually supposed to be combined up there, but that bit there is flip-flop.
Right. Okay, that's slightly strange, but okay.
So it's it's the variation, but it's still part of this track. So we're gonna
oh right, I see. It's a part of like another layout.
Yeah.
Right, I understand.
But we're gonna take it because it's not enough.
Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense.
But we should focus on the racing.
Massively sideways through the right-hander. That last corner before this final little chicane here. So it's the second time Goonan's run it a little bit too wide into there, carrying a bit too much speed, not taking enough speed off the car before the turn. Casey here, he's got a lot of momentum coming out of the chicane. They're going to go side by side into turn 1 and 2. Are they actually going to run side by side? Yes, they are. Haven't made
contact.
a little bit of contact, a little bit of rubbing. It's all good. Still side by side on the exit of turn 1 and 2. I think Casey's just going to have to settle in back behind through this long left-hander. You're going to come down into Gumtree. Casey will be looking. Does Goonan run defensive? He doesn't actually really run that defensive. Casey now looking again into Gumtree. Under brakes. Going to run side by side. Plenty of side-by-side running by these two. They're going to come down to Siberia now after this right little kink. It's anyone's game, really, at the moment. Casey just losing out a little bit.
Still there.
Oh, down inside into Siberia. He's going to run him wide on the exit, coming up into the T-junction. Still side by side between these two. Casey's going to run around the outside. He's only going to put 2 wheels
Kept 2 wheels on.
What a fantastic move. Gets it done and takes second place.
How did you done that?
Down Williams. Side by side for almost the first half of the lap.
That's an impressive move. Round the outside today, as we've been talking about them struggling to try to keep it on the track on the outside. He kept 2 wheels on too and just held it.
Yes, that all started with Goonan running wide here. He carried too much speed in and lost too much momentum on the car. Running side by side from turn 1 all the way to the T-junction.
That is awesome.
Good little battle there. Has allowed Williams to once again gain a gap.
But will Casey open it up? He said...
Jeez. That there shows, the lifetimes there shows you how much time battling can lose you. Casey runs a little wide, but it's okay. It's mostly under control. Shows you, it does show you how much battling can lose you time. The lap times were like a 1:34 and a 1:35 by Casey and Goonan, but it was a 1:33, I believe, or 2 from Williams. So it cost them a good second or 2 in one lap of battling, effectively.
He's got 3 seconds. Casey does have the pace to catch Williams, but can Williams just improve of what he already got and just hold him off again?
It almost seems like Casey sort of halfway through the first race and then carried on into race 2 now. It almost feels like he's gained confidence in himself and in the car. Goonan runs a little wide on the extra T-junction. No dramas. Almost looks like he's carried a little bit more speed than Casey. But you got to watch for cuts there. Presumably that's off the track. Gained a cut. We saw a couple of drivers right at the end of the race getting pinged for it.
Goonan was one, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was Goonan.
Goonan! Hopefully he doesn't... Oh, he's just got to catch it and keep going.
Jeez. Carry on. Lose a bit of speed.
Let's check these lap times now. Come through the final corner. See what Williams set.
Go a little chicane. So Williams.
1 minute... Can't read it because it's purple.
1 minute 32. So it's 2:32s. I believe Williams is a little faster.
Yes.
Casey's thrown into turn 1 there. You see the car just ever so slightly starting to slide, but not in a full-on opposite lock slide, which is pretty much what you want. Back to my early point though, I reckon, from watching Casey here, I reckon he's gained confidence in the car. About halfway through race 1, got comfortable, gained some confidence, and is now able to push.
Well, after you pick up a win, you normally do the roof in confidence.
Yeah, bit of a boost to the old ego there, isn't it? So everyone else kind of starting to space out a bit here. We're saying that they're about 1.2 seconds off each other here. Mr. Kelly and Mason here. A bit of a messy start to the race, but everyone's settled in quite nicely.
Yes. We only lost one driver, which has been Simpson, who has...
Yeah, Simpson, unfortunately, he's now actually left the server, he's gone. So that's done. Unfortunate for him.
Just didn't have the round that he was planning to have with his pace.
Yeah.
I think I saw him had a good couple of races at Sandown. Can't really remember those results, but I think he did pick up a win there. Or you get fact.
Yeah, I don't remember the result. Get a sharp fact in
Actually,
here.
you know what we can do? You can go to HQ Standards in the VRL Discord server, and you can see that he was leading the championship at the start of this round. Now, but Casey was only 4 points behind him.
Jeez. Checking the lap times, Casey then was 4/10 faster on this lap, sorry.
We're over halfway now.
So Casey's going to begin hunting down Williams.
Oh, look at the send into there. Very tight line by Jaden here. He's just every centimetre of the track, just trying to keep all the speed.
Gaining here on Oates now. Seems like he's finally settled down and actually starting to punch out the lap times that he needs to do.
See the little classic helmets there, look at them.
Yeah, old school.
Old school.
Not covering the mouth, that's the way. So about a second gap between Oates.
So
Or
we need
two
supercars
Oates.
actually. We need customizable helmets. You can't do them yet, but we need them.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Custom helmets.
definitely
Give our drivers a bit of character.
I think you
Yeah,
can
that's how
do
you-
custom helmets. There's a way. If there's a way, Nash Murdock will have found it, I'm sure.
Yeah, so Nash
Yeah,
Murdock, if you're some
Murdock
randomly
will
watching,
find it.
please figure it out.
Murdock's all into bloody car cut. He's insane.
I'm going to ask him after this race.
He is mental with it all. Blueska there making plenty of time. 131! 131.9 from Casey
Ooh.
here. So I think that's pretty much just as fast as the previous race's lap time by... Who's at the fast lap last race?
Simpson.
Yeah, Simpson.
That was just slower, that one.
Oh, no! One for Oates! Pushing the car, trying to stay ahead.
Oh, you don't want to get out there, you don't want to get out there.
Wait,
There's a big
what?
jump, here he goes.
Oh, just about held on. Is he going to put a move on into Gumtree?
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Oh, he thought about it.
That was running a bit wide. I reckon Siberia, he's going to want to
Yeah,
spree.
Siberia's going to be on. Whiskey has the run, got plenty of speed over Oates at the moment. Just got to put the move on smartly.
Just got to let the car run out wide here if you're going to go for a move here. Which he tucks it back in last second.
Yeah, not quite. Didn't quite have enough confidence he was going to be able to pull the move off. Pulls back in.
Ooh, he does a little fake there. That was cheeky. Ooh. Runs it wide at the junction.
Lost him maybe a tiny bit of
Through
momentum, but
flip-flop.
not a lot.
Now they come into this turn here, turn 10 I believe it is. You just got to throw it in and just hope everything goes right. You rub
He's
curb
gonna
bit.
go for the move.
Nah, he's going to sit back for another lap.
Yeah,
Ooh,
smart.
must
He's
see an
looking for
exit
a
though.
He's looking for a faster exit. That's exactly what Whiskey's
Do we
doing here. Literally,
Do we
one
see a
over
move to the
grass.
chicane?
Yeah, check it out. Is how much speed he's going to carry through
Ooh.
the chicane. Geez, Oates takes a lot of curb.
And Jaden does the opposite.
Yeah, Gluski actually loses out a bit. Wasn't aggressive enough through the second part of that chicane, and has lost just a tiny bit of momentum there to Oates.
Yeah, seen the slipstream.
Does Oates making
Oh.
it up again here into turn 1/2. 2 wheels in the grass. Gluski, gee, almost hitting the pole there on the inside. Turn 2. Just about holds on though.
Follow each other around for another lap.
So Oates is doing well now. When Oates isn't making mistakes, not doing too bad.
Just quickly, the fastest lap last time was a 131.933.
Ah, see, I was right.
So there's about 6 thousandths of a second.
There you go. Sharp fact.
6 thousandths of a second.
Gap between these two
This
down to
first-
nothing now. It actually goes to show that the tyre wear just mustn't even really be.
Gap to
An
first
issue.
and second is closing also, so we've got to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, I have been keeping an eye on it. I've been periodically looking, just keeping an eye on it, keeping an eye if it goes sort of below a second or so. These cars
just
obviously being so slow that a second gap isn't a lot in these when you're travelling this slowly.
They just keep following each other's.
Yeah, everyone just trying to sort of... Yeah, see Glizzy going for the faster exit. A little bit of grass there. Can he get fast through the chicane this time?
Just
I think he's
all
more
over the
aggressive.
time.
Yes, there you go. That's what he needs to do.
Now he's going to come over this little jump here, which if you do a downforce car, it really stuffs you over.
Yeah,
So
really unsettled.
call it
last different
aerodynamics.
cars. Yeah, Glizzy
it just takes such a tighter line for you.
showing the nose a little bit.
Oh, he might
Exit
find the
there.
exit here.
Yeah, Oates ran a little bit wide there. He didn't quite make the apex
Oates
at
is-
turn 2.
Oh, he's moved to the right a bit. Some stuff he's run up.
Yeah, it's just done a little bit wide into the left-hander under the bridge.
Does he go for a move into Gumtree? Oh, it looks like he is.
He's looking. They're under brakes.
Just turns in
Can't
last.
quite do it.
I think. Oh, Oates has been a bit weak for the exit of Gumtree, so he might have another look into.
Yeah,
Just let it coast out over the hill.
Definitely going to look into
No.
Siberia. Nah, not quite.
Geezer.
He's going to buy his time. So I reckon Gluski's pretty much decided that this is the battle for him. To the end of the race. Gap, meanwhile,
Within a
the
second
gap
at the front.
between- yep, gap between the leaders is coming down. Casey's making good ground.
Just don't want to turn away from this one.
Yeah, we've got a pair of great battles going on here in the final closing laps of the night.
Go for the right-hander once again.
The gap actually really starting to fall between the leaders. I reckon Williams filled in the heat.
Here we have a say Casey right in his mirrors now.
Yep.
Even worse for him. But here we go. This might be the lap. We will see.
Yeah,
Gluski get past.
Just
Casey sets the fastest lap. He sets the
Yes.
1:31.8.
Oh! Fastest lap of the night.
Yeah.
So here we go. Here's your battle for the lead. You got Williams there in the lead.
Oh, there it is.
As Gluski must have gotten a brilliant run through the chicane. They're side by side. I think Oates is quite smartly going to back out of that one.
That's the first move we actually successfully seen pulled off down the inside there.
Yeah,
so
you
then
got
they
a
had
little bit of help from Oates just to back the car off. But yeah, good driving by these two. You're better off to sort of back out and let the other bloke have it than
2 laps to go now.
Try to fight it and get into a crash.
2 laps, we've got a battle for the lead. Who is going to win? We got
Can
Gluski
Casey
with the
bridge
pass.
that final bit of the gap?
Casey been absolutely on fire in these last couple of laps. He's won down about a 3-second gap now to 4/10.
Right, here you go.
As they-
Easy battle for the lead. Got
You just
Williams there,
fly.
the orange HQ up the front. On board now with Casey. Through this long winding right-hander. Down into effectively the last overtaking zone.
I
He's
reckon we
made
could see
so
him.
much ground on that. Caught right up to the back, and Casey's super late on the brakes there. Brilliant job there. Both come through the chicane. Casey not quite aggressive enough on the second part of the chicane, however. So it's just going to buy Williams a tiny little bit of gap.
I reckon it's going to be
Come
into that
across the
hairpin
line.
there. The right-hander.
Oh, it's
He's getting
absolutely
so much time.
It is absolutely on now. Check out the lap times. About 5/10 faster for Casey. And almost all of that seemingly into that right-hander. Both using all the track and more on the exit to turn 2. Under the bridge. Gap's almost nothing. Casey absolutely going to look into Gumtree. Williams runs defensive though. How's Casey
Cut
play it?
perfect.
Just going to buy time for now. Probably the smart thing to do. I think he was looking to get the faster exit, but just ran slightly too wide into Gumtree there. Didn't quite turn in early enough.
See Williams perfectly park his car in the middle of the track. They make
Yeah,
Casey hesitate which way he wants to go. He was
Yeah.
slowly coming back to the left,
Exactly.
and that just gets in the driver's head behind. Is he going to be able to?
yeah, that's right. Williams doing well here to hang on. Absolutely on for the lead of the race here. Both drivers running in the dirt slightly.
Is it going to be down into this right-hander here?
They're catching up to a lapped car, actually. Hopefully that
Hopefully.
doesn't get in the way.
But where will we see it into this right-hander?
Yeah, here we go. This might be on. There you go, Casey. Look at how much extra speed Casey has through the first part of this right-hander.
Oh, it's going to have to be done on the final lap.
It is so on between first and second place here.
Yeah, I really hope this lap car doesn't get in the way.
Yep. Here we go through the chicane. Does Casey more aggressive? Yes, Casey is a lot more aggressive. Almost too aggressive through the second part of the chicane.
Oh, he's got the
Coming
run,
down into
though.
turn 1 and 2. He does have a lot of speed over Williams currently. Not going to be able to do anything into
Last
turn 1
lap,
and
here we
2.
go. White flag.
They're going to be desperate.
Oh, look at the lap car.
First time ever.
Oh,
Check out Casey,
it's
the
up.
opportunity down inside of the
Oh,
turn 1
they
to make
passed.
contact through turn 2 side by side as they come up into turn 3 under the bridge. They're still going to run side by side. Casey on the outside, just going to lose out to Williams. Right out on the curb. Williams going to run very defensive into the Gumtree. Brings it back to the racing line. Has a small gap now to Casey. Casey.
Oh, he locks it up.
Tiny locker. I think that's almost the first lock up I've seen, actually.
Oh, he's off.
Williams!
Williams is off.
Oh, he's binned it! He threw it!
Oh, no.
Oh, they both ran so deep into the Gumtree, both trying to outplay each other. And Williams, unfortunately...
Oh, he's got to hit him. He's just spun
no
him.
way! No
He has
way!
just
It's
spun
a
him.
dramatic end to the race. Is he going
He's
to wait
just
up for him? It's not. Oh, it's all over. Unless he is waiting up, actually. I can't quite tell.
Oh, is that
Casey
Goonan?
does get back underway. Oh, it's a dramatic end to the race. There might be a fight after this one.
Yeah.
The final lap. Yeah, I think Williams is going to drive away with it. He's decided, like, nah, I'm going to press on. I'm going to take this. So they blew up. They've been in a bit of a pace battle for a good 5+ laps. As Goonan, actually, the quiet achiever here in third place. Good work, Goonan.
Oh, is he slowing down? No, he is slowing down, I think, Goonan. I think he's going to get back to spot. Oh, no. Oh, is he just...
Nah.
I think Williams is just going to take it.
Yeah, Williams is going to take it. Which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that necessarily. You know, you got to make a decision one way or the other. So here we go. Slightly
gonna take it.
controversially, Williams will take the win. Casey in a pretty close second place. It was a dramatic fight on the final lap. As I just as I just said before, Goonan, the quiet achiever there in third. Whoa, Lucy gets fourth. I
Yeah.
didn't realise.
Yeah, you over to
Yeah.
Bates. Hey, both.
Yeah, that's
We
right.
watched the battle.
Yeah, no, I just didn't realise what position it was. There you
Yeah.
go, 8th and 6th.
Good comeback
Mason
drive.
comes down to final turn with the chicane, taking 6th place. And then we have the
Kelly.
cars caught up in various dramas, seemingly. So we got Wall Mealy here. Yeah, Kelly crosses the line. Mealy here out the back chicane, out the final chicane. Crossing the line, taking 8th place. It's still a finish, so he's still going to take that. Well, actually, that's everyone finished because I think Howley got lapped. So, there we go. So that is the, I believe that'll be the end of the night, as far as I know. End of the 2 races. So you have your results there on the left-hand side of your screen. Looking at the back of Millie here. The fabulous Morgan Park track. Put on some drama. It was a great little battle in the final lap, however. A really heated battle between the 2 leaders. They both clearly wanted it quite badly. And Williams ran wide at the Gumtree. Tried to put a move on into Siberia. Knocked him wide.
Yeah, what a race.
It still says final lap. I keep forgetting to do those.
Oh. We were on a Java sport it, they were still going.
Ronald Williams, Mike Casey, Nick Goonan, then Jan Glusky. Justin Oates, David Mason, Jared Kelly, Craig Mealy, and Xavier Howley are your finishers, and then Ben Simpson didn't get across. He didn't finish the race.
There he did. A couple laps.
Won't bode well for his championship. It was pretty. He's quite a competitor in that championship battle. Thank you, boys, for calling that one tonight.
No worries.
Easy.
Anytime, mate.
Appreciate it. Next week we are at Pukekohe for both the HQs and the V8 Supercar. What's wrong with Pukekohe? It's a good track.
I'm joking. Make sure you sign up, subscribe to the Velocity Racing League channel so you can see more quality racing and commentary from the 2 best drivers on the grid.
Right. So V8 Supercars and HQ Holdens are both going to be there next week. Thanks very much for coming. If you want to come along to the HQ Open, that's in our Discord server. That starts in 15 minutes. We'll see you then.